Hello. I am Alicia Richard, and thank you so much for joining me on today. In today's episode, I will be letting you all know if photography is a good side hustle for you and if you should choose to do photography. Now, let me tell you, I have been a photographer ever since 2011, and I literally started in college. If you like anything that I am saying in this video, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment so that other people can find it. What do people normally do if they pick up a camera and they point it at you? What is people's reaction? They always smile. So if you are looking for a side hustle where literally you go to your job or you go to your side hustle and people are always smiling and always happy and you get paid for it, that's like a win-win situation. Like, hey, that's a win-win situation. Every time you pick up your camera, you are always going to either a birthday party, or you are going to an event, you are going to a graduation party, you are going to an engagement session or a bridal session, or you are just literally walking in nature. Let me tell you, photography is a good side hustle. The thing that I love about photography is that you actually see people at their absolute best. Because you want to know what? No bride is going to randomly put on her wedding dress for any stranger. No bride is going to put on her dress for just anybody. Like, if you are looking for a side hustle where you see people at their finest, where their makeup is done, where their hair is done, where they get dressed up because you showing up, that's the way I look at it. The way I look at it as every time I go to my job, someone is getting dressed up for me. They don't do that at a regular job. They don't do that at a 9-to-5 job. Girl, they don't do that at no job, okay? So somebody is literally coming just to see you. Most jobs, right, are just like overlooked. They are underpaid. Most jobs, people feel overwhelmed. People feel like, oh my gosh, I hate my job. A lot of times people really do hate their job. So if you are looking for a side hustle where you will legitimately feel fulfillment, where you could see people laugh, where you could see families come together, where you could see people unite like in holy matrimony, that is the most special thing, okay? So I love that about photography. The next thing I love about photography is that you don't have anybody telling you how to set your prices. I'll say that one more time. You don't have anyone telling you how to set your prices. So you could either charge $50 per session. You could charge $75 per session just starting out. You can charge $100, $200, $300, $400. The thing about it is, with photography, it has no cap. It has no cap. You decide according to your expertise, your skill set, and your knowledge about photography how much you think your time is worth. Now, on a traditional 9-to-5 job or on a traditional corporate job, you would get paid for working for those hours, and that's it. That's all you get. You don't get anything else. But if you actually want to create your own prices, if you want to create your own schedules, then I would highly encourage you to consider photography as a side hustle, because you have full control. When I say full control, I mean full control. You have full control over your schedule. You have full control over your life. You have full control over your finances, how much you want to charge. You even have full control over your level of expertise and how you are actually going to grow this business. It's all up to you. So it depends on you. It depends on you. How much you advertise is going to be how much business you generate. So how much you do is how much you get. You can also determine, well, do I want to work Christmas or do I not want to work Christmas? Do I want to work Thanksgiving or do I not want to work over the Thanksgiving holidays? Everything is totally up to you, and it is completely flexible. So the next thing that I love about photography is that you could actually explore. You could actually explore like just so many things. You can explore with your ideas, your concepts of the world, the way you view the world, the way you see the world, the way that you want to design the world in your photography. What I love about it is like you are literally creating a masterpiece, right? You are like freezing motion in time. And the thing I love about it, now let's just say, right? The average person does not get a chance to take nature walks. You know, like a lot of times people don't take nature walks, to be honest. A lot of times people do not just randomly go downtown to take photos. A lot of times people just don't randomly go to the beach or to a local park or to local stadiums. With photography as a side hustle, you could literally like go to so many places. Not only do you get to explore different places, but you start looking for different places. Your curiosity and your creativity is constantly rolling all of the time because you are looking for opportunities. You will have your signature locations that you use. So with photography, you're never stuck to one spot. Like, you know, with certain jobs, you always go to that same job or that same cubicle or that same location. But with photography, it's almost like you can work wherever you want and you can decide how you want to do it. Like, there is no one place or that place. You know what I'm saying? Think about it this way. You get to see the world in a whole new different perspective. You get to enjoy the fountains and the trees and the mountains and the hills and the valleys and the flowers. There are so many different things that you get to see as a photographer and witness, and to just feel that joy that people have. That's the most thing that I like about it. You know what I'm saying? Money is one thing. You can get money from doing anything, but the feeling that you get is honestly the most genuine feeling that I have ever felt. Let me tell y'all something. I'm just gonna say this. Okay, so remember I told y'all that I've been a photographer for like 9 years now, since 2011. I started in college. I cried at so many weddings. I have cried at so many weddings. I'm not even feeling right now, because the joy that you feel, the emotions, the expressions, the way that you feel that a man loves a woman, and the way that you feel that a woman loves a man, and even the way you feel, the way you can see a woman love a woman and a man love a man. Like, I've literally been taking pictures with so many different individuals, and to feel the love and to see the love and to see how families start off as a couple and then they grow and they get pregnant, then they have children, and then they're selling their anniversaries on their timelines. That is something that I hold to my heart, because you see people at their best moments in their lives. So photography is something that should not be taken lightly. I mean, what you are giving people is something that they are going to see for the rest of their lives. I am going to say that one more time, because I am so serious. Do not even pick up a camera. Do not pick up a camera if you are not going to take it seriously. For real. That is the best advice I could give as someone that has been in the business for 9 years. And I'll tell you this, and I will let you all go. When you do it for the money and the wrong motives, it's almost like people can see that. People and your clients and customers can see that. If you are not willing to give it your all, if you are not willing to take the time that you need with particular families, don't even pick up the camera. Don't even pick up the camera. It brings me so much joy to, have a couple to say, Alicia, as I was going through my wedding album, it reminded me of this moment or that moment. Like, you are literally documenting people's lives, and not only will that couple see it, but their grandkids and their kids and their great grandkids and their families and their aunts and their uncles are going to see that thing that you create. So if you are not going to take pride in it, and if you are just doing it just for the money, please do not do it. I will say it again. Do not pick up the camera. Do not pick up the camera. I'm laughing, but I'm serious. Do not pick up the camera. So the other thing that I do like about photography is that it does provide you with flexibility. Now, with me, I am a full-time photographer, so the majority of the time I work from home. I am going to be honest, because you literally have your camera in your hand. You really have your camera in your hand probably like 5% of the time. Like 5% of the time you have your camera in your hand. For real. So the majority of the time you will be editing. The majority of the time you will be corresponding with your clients and, with your current clients and with your future clients. The majority of the time, you may be editing photos or something like that. So the schedule is very flexible. However, you will spend a lot of time behind the laptop editing photos. A lot. Like a lot. And it really just depends on how many photos that you want to take of your clients, but you do spend a great deal of time behind your laptop. I wouldn't really say that there are a few disadvantages of photography, but these are things that are really just like coming to mind. If you are the type of person that you don't want to work on the weekends, if you're that type of person, then you should not be a photographer, because most of the events do occur on Saturdays. Like with my schedule, a lot of my, sometimes I take a lot of photos on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, because those are normally the days that people are off. So if you are not willing to sacrifice your weekends, if you are the type of person that wants to go hang out, with your friends and all of that, like on the weekends, that is totally fine. But photography may not be for you if you if you want to just hang out on the weekends. Nah, you can't do that with photography, because weddings, of course, normally are on Saturday. The next disadvantage that I do see, and this is just for me, honestly, because I am a mother of two, the only thing that I do not like is that I have to drop my kids off on the weekends. I know. And I have to find a babysitter, which is my mom. Shout out to my mom that really, really helps me with my business. But a lot of times I do have to drop my kids off because I am going to take photos. And the other thing is that I am married, and a lot of times my husband is not just my husband, but he's also my business partner and he's my second shooter. So 9 times out of 10, like mama and daddy is gone and the kids are left with my parents. So that is another thing too to consider if you are a mom and if you have, you have children. That is definitely something to consider. But other than that, to me, there are no disadvantages with photography. The only thing is really the schedule. Sometimes it can kind of get, out of whack. And really just, how you look at it with being with your family. But other than that, it's such an enjoyable job. If you are thinking about letting photography be your side hustle, I would say do it. Like, do it. Don't stop, do it. Don't stop, do it. And it is definitely a journey. With photography, you will get to see like a different side of yourself. A different side of you will come out, because you have to learn, I'll say this and we'll go. You have to learn how to engage with your client, with your subject. You have to learn how to make them laugh if you want those kind of shots, how to make them smile, how to make them pose, tell them what to do. Should they look over their shoulder or should they look right at the camera? Should they give you like those model eyes as well? Like these are things that you literally have to do when you are a photographer, is that you really have to help people, have to teach them how to pose. Now, if you do like nature photography or real estate photography, that's definitely something different. But I'm more likely talking about like weddings and portraits and senior portraits and all of that. You really do have to learn how to pose people so that you can get the look that you are trying to accomplish. So please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And there is also a resource that is going to be available on how to attract your ideal client, so that when you do start your photography business, you'll be able to pinpoint who they are, what their demographics are, and so that you'll be able to know how to attract the right client. So thank you so much for viewing this video. I really appreciate it. Please make sure that you comment and like like it and share it just in case there's someone that wants to know about photography.